Welcome to the Ustream, people. It is the 5th of April, 2012. I was telling everybody about the domino effect. How I took the commentating community in the palm of my hand and crushed it like little ants. Oh, oh man. I mean, guys, I made commentaries on their commentaries and some of their other videos. Their commentaries are so bad that like every 5 seconds they would say something wrong. Like every 5 seconds. Like my commentary is like 40 minutes long on one video. 40 minutes. That's how much that is wrong with his video. But it should make for great entertainment though. Oh, I mean, commentaries are some of the easiest videos you can make. Did I tell you guys that I had a discussion with Youngblood Fantasy, whatever his name is? Some people describe him as the leader of the commentators, also known as Hobbs. Though most of the time in the discussion, he's worried about the way I act, which is the most pointless thing. It's so pointless. I don't know why people keep talking about the way I act. Maybe if you paid attention to what I said, like in the Elite Casual Gamers video, he really did not listen to what I said at all. At all. But he keeps referencing and talking about, I can't see you. It's getting darker. Why are you in a forest? When I'm explaining things in the video and he's making points about things that's already talked about in the video and he gets destroyed in the video, but he starts making a point when he gets destroyed later on in my own video. Once you guys see these commentaries and the entire story about the entire commentating situation, you're going to laugh. I laughed, so I turned the camera on to do the video about it. I just couldn't stop laughing. Oh. And one thing about, I will give two people props though. Vesper Snake, he had the balls to talk to me. Even though he white knighted, he still had the balls to talk to me. And Youngblood, I also got to give him props too. And, you know, even though he's ignorant about that certain particular, you know, subject, we see eye to eye on a lot of other things, you know, like politics and education and housing and the job market. So we can at least discuss things like that. But when it comes to what we were talking about as far as YouTube is concerned, it really didn't go so well. But he's a cool dude. It's just, the thing is what happened with him, and it's not just him, this is what happened with everybody else. They got caught up in the nigger. They got caught up in a bandwagon over a nigger, and that's where they fell apart. You guys can see why they got flagged down. Because it exposed them so badly that I should have known I was going to get flagged down. They got niggered. They got the Jim Crow. Yeah. Got hit him with the Jim Crow. But these commentaries, you know, it's not just about destroying people. You know, when you make a commentary to destroy people, that's when you make a mistake. These people went after me simply because they did not like me personally, and they had bias against me. Because if they actually listen to what I said, my logic is clearly explained, and it makes a lot of sense. The fact that they're, I prove all my points, I get facts for everything I say, and the fact that they try to fight against that is pretty darn funny. Like the Elite Casual Gamer, he got so caught up that he had to retract some of his points in his previous video. Like he said, one of the things he said is that an example of a company cheating gamers was how Retro Studios made Metroid Prime Trilogy, and that was an example of other companies that we should go after that's cheating gamers. Metroid Prime 3 came out in 2007, August 2007. Metroid Prime Trilogy came out in 2009, 2 years later. He said that the games had the same programming, even though it has 3 games in there, 2 of which are original GameCube games that also had engine tweaks to make the frame rates a lot more stable, also had lighting fixes, and they had motion controls added in. But he says the same controls, the same programming. So I was literally doing this commentary, and like every 10 to 15 seconds I had to stop it because something wrong was said. And the mystery oven thing, he said that the companies can't shut down your console, which, you know, if you read your terms and conditions, if you read your terms of usage and terms of service, for example, Nintendo can even brick your 3DS. They can brick your 3DS if during a software update is detected that their software is being used in an unusual way, and if you have a flash card in it. Yeah. Nintendo says we will render. Will render. And then in the Microsoft terms of use, it states, and I think I'm quoting it nearly word for word, that they can modify, extract, upgrade, discontinue any functionality of any hardware or software related to the service. That's pretty cut and dry there. And then he's talking about how they ban people that are only pirating, who have their consoles modded for pirating, when that's not the case. People have modded their 360 to change the fans to more powerful fans, to more silent fans. They've modded it to, some of them put in water cooling for a 360. That changes the voltage usage on the motherboard, and any changes on that motherboard is detectable by Microsoft. Nearly everything is detectable by Microsoft on the motherboard. But they can ban, that's considered a modification, and that's cause to ban and discontinue, brick your console. If they want to troll on my YouTube channel, that's just fine. I have no problem with people just trolling. It's really no big deal to me. It's people that spam that get on my nerves. People that spam instant block. I can't stand spamming. If someone is just trolling and just being like just a troll, I don't mind that. It's no problem. I mean, Sam the Geek and Review Guru and that Gore, the movie god or whatever guy, those 3 and like 2 other people spammed my page for 2 hours. In fact, it was longer than 2 hours. It was right after I did that 17 geek video. They clearly were not mad about that video. Mike Matei, you know, the main reason why I don't like Mike Matei is that the way he talks to people, like all you do is write the cards, do the drawings. I think he just does the drawings for Angry Video Game Nerd, and he's the Joker, he's Bugs Bunny. You are quite a minor character when it comes to Angry Video Game Nerd. You are easily replaced, and no one really cares about you. Nobody cares about you, Mike. So why he thinks that we want to see him on the Angry Video Game Nerds channel? Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't want to see you. I don't care about you, Mike. Nobody does. The only people that care about Mike are people that are hardcore fans of anything related to the Angry Video Game Nerd. It's no problem that people don't care about me. If people don't care, they just don't care. But the fact that people don't care and they're still going to watch my videos means they do care. If he's spilling time for Angry Video Game Nerd, why would we need that? We would gladly go watch some of his older videos. Yeah, I'm just a black guy with a camera. People don't understand that I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy with a camera. I don't know why it's so hard to understand. People want me to give them life lessons, and people want to talk to me about their problems and everything. And some people, some people do heavily rely on my existence, and that is not. I mean, if you're doing that, you need to get off the internet. You really need to get off the internet. I mean, yeah, that's why I talk to my fans sometimes, and it's cool to do that. But some people just take it and it just becomes their world, and that's just not right. And when things like that happen, it really makes me regret doing what I do. This is strictly for entertainment. That's all it is. Entertainment. It's me having fun, making videos in my spare time, because that's a little hobby I do. I love to discuss things. I love to argue. I love to debate. I love to cause controversy. I love to manipulate people into doing things like how I manipulated Vespa Snake into giving me proof that Gliger's video was actually real and not a troll attempt. I love doing these things. And that's why, I even in that Ustream with all those commentaries, I told people not to go to their videos, and I told people don't leave a comment. Just give me a second. What? But yeah, like I was saying, I even told everybody in that Ustream not to go to the videos and leave comments and do whatever they do because it wasn't necessary. But people do it anyway. You know, I have no control over people. Yeah, these are my pajama pants. Well, to an extent, I do have control over people. You know, because I manipulated a bunch of commentators. One of the things that, and this is one of the funniest things, this is one of the funniest things that Lee Casual Gamer said in his reply video to Youngblood. He said, I did make some mistakes and made some flaws in that video, but it's not my fault. It's not his fault for his own actions and his own ignorance. Oh man, my chest. No, do not give out Kong Team TV's phone number. Don't do that. He's gone through enough. I think he has enough to deal with with his parents finding his baby born. Yeah, Neutronic told me that Neutronic was talking to Connic's sister. And she said when they were driving, his mom brought it up. Oh boy! I knew that was an awkward conversation. I'm sure when she found this, it was just like disappointing. I can just imagine parents going on their kid's computer and finding things like, and they just look at it and they're just thinking, where have I gone wrong? Oh. 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 Let me tell you one thing. If I get on my kid's computer and I find if I find anything, if I find anything like them drawing some babies or some diapers on characters or some Sonic the Hedgehog stuff, I'm not gonna say nothing. They're gonna come home and their computer's gonna be destroyed and they will not have another one until they're 18 and they're out of my house. Oh man. Let me play this part where where the lead casual gamer said it's not his fault.
Hi, Sweetie here, and I'm just making a quick response to what's been going on with this whole DLC topic. I'm going to start off by saying that...
Can you guys hear it okay? Okay.
I was at fault, and so was everyone else that was involved in that matter.
So he admits that he's at fault and everyone else is at fault, which is good thing. Good thing here.
So I want to go over 3 things in this video. It's going to be like a sandwich. It's going to be like a sandwich.
I did not skip it back, guys. That should be a new meme. Like, it's gonna be like lasagna. It's gonna be like lasagna.
We're going to have 3 different topics I want to go over. I'll be putting times in the description so you have the option to skip each section, and we are going to organize it like this. First, I'll be clearing up a few things about my previous commentary. I also want to go over on why some people don't like the BBC. I'm not saying stop liking him. I'm just trying to get people to understand. Then lastly, I want to go over
why people don't like me. That seems to be the only topic they cling on to because it's a completely opinionated topic and it doesn't matter. I don't care about people's perspectives and opinions and what they think. Like I've been saying a lot of the times, I care about what people know. What people know is what matters. What people think is irrelevant.
what I view as the most important, which is the growing concern I have with the definition of debate over the internet.
It's his growing concern, yet I gave him the opportunity to discuss his points with me on Skype. And with that, he had the perfect opportunity to display and show people what a proper debate over the internet should be like. Yet he rejected the invitation.
One topic shouldn't need to be backed up with what I said in another topic without getting confused, so feel free to skip. So with that, let's begin. So let's first clear up the problem with my video. Now, I can notice major fuck-ups with that video, but at the same time, it's not all my fault.
He made the video. He made the video, but he messed up and it's not his fault. It's not all his fault. What, did mommy go over your script with you? And did she edit out some of your points that didn't make it into the video? Oh, those people are killing me. Oh, they're killing me. It's not my fault, Lisa. I know I had a cup in here. I don't know where it went. All this laughing is making me. All this laughing is making me start to wheeze. And it's because I own people like this over and over again, and because I'm confident in my own knowledge and the own facts that I know, people take that as being obnoxious and what's the other word they always use? What was that word they always use that word? Egotistical. There we go. Egotistical. But an egotist is a person that's all about themselves. And I don't ever really talk about myself. An egotist is someone that's just always talking about themselves, always referring to themselves. You know, that's what the definition is. I'm always talking about how things need to be fixed, things that people have done. I don't talk about myself. I don't care about myself. My channel is not about myself. It's about the topics that I bring up, but it's what I think, what I know, you know, which I don't really get it.
This is just to clear up some misunderstanding.
But we're not going to go through his whole video, because I want to leave that to the video. And by the way, guys, if you don't have me on DeviantArt, My account is Jamin the Deviant. And on there you can find my hilarious gallery. People keep telling me I'm a dick, and I know I am. I don't care. Go to my DeviantArt and look at my pictures. There's this guy. There's this guy called Solid Mario. I watched his DeviantArt account, and he said, "Thanks for the watch." And I replied, "No thanks necessary. Only watch you because you're a total faggot. I'm gonna make fun of you later." And he said, "Well, that was rather rude." Well, when you have a DeviantArt dedicated to showing pictures of Bart Simpson, and you call Bart sexy, and you are a adult male or female or whatever that thing is, then yes, you are a faggot. You are a Simpsons fag. He said, "I like to show Bart's sexy side." He has pictures of Bart in water, pictures of Bart being sprayed with water, pictures of Bart in mud, pictures of Bart sleeping with his pants down, pictures of baby Bart and Fry as his father or older brother. It's sick. This is some sick stuff here. Bart is a freaking child. A child. And remember when I told you guys about that girl? I think it's a girl, but that person that's obsessed with Kyle and his feet and inflating his feet on DeviantArt? Remember when I told you about that? This person recently got like their entire gallery wiped by DeviantArt. And they re-uploaded the images, saying that their fetish pictures of a child in the 5th grade is freedom of speech. Yeah. DeviantArt has got to be one of the weirdest places you could ever go to on the internet. Well, 4chan's different than any other place on the internet. Certain areas of 4chan are retarded, but a lot of other areas are just normal places where people discuss television and cartoons and other things. Like, I don't browse 4chan that much, but V definitely seems to be a-okay. Even though every time someone posts my video on V, they always think it's me. I'm always the person that opened the topic. I'm always the same fag. And I have several V people on my Steam account. And so every time they have a topic about me, they send me a message giving me a link, and I read through it. And it's always the same stuff. People think I'm faking things, and those people are pretty paranoid. Oh, did you guys see my new Sonic fan character? Her name is Diana Shinigami Suzuki, the hedge cat echidna bat. She's Sonic's daughter. She found out he was her father after she had sex with him 1,000 times. She borders the universe and can use chaos control. She doesn't use her wings for flying, but she can use her 2 cat tails to fly, similar to tails. As Black Jr.'s girlfriend. Oh man, that character creator needs to be destroyed. That character creator, little flash thing, is one of the things that's solely responsible for destroying DeviantArt. What else do I have up here? Yeah, I got a picture of one of the commentaries after I finished editing it. It looks like a lot. If you guys have seen it, it definitely looks like a lot. Let me show you a picture right here. This is what it looks like. Like after you get done and just look at it, you're just like, what the heck did I just do? Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Oh, this is one of my commentary avatars. It's Rocks Me. That's what I call it. I don't know why I came up with this idea. I really don't know why. Well, first I was thinking about Smee as one of my avatars because I like to be original. I don't like to just go get some stupid anime character or some Pokemon or Digimon like some people do. So I wanted to get one of the characters that means a lot to me, and so I got Smee. But then I saw this picture, and I saw his hand. I'm like, Smee, Lee, Rocks Me. So I opened Photoshop. And I just had to do it. I'm so retarded. Did anyone else notice this? That being a George Zimmerman killed Trayvon Martin and got away with it. Add. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 videos. I'm making a new video to Craft Nation, and it's going to be a pretty darn good one too. Because man, this freaking guy. Yeah, he is a silly nigga. I know you're here, young blood. Oh, what's up, man? But yeah, this doucher, I'm going to ask him, I'm going to make a video, and it's going on Blip TV, but the trailer is going to be on my YouTube channel. And it's going to be called A Serious Question to Craft Nation. I'm going to ask, how much money did you make off of the death of Trayvon Martin? I'm going to show this picture. Like, I want you to tell us, Craft Nation, how much that young man's blood has made you on YouTube. And this is just the videos from one channel, guys. He's made videos about it on his other channels as well. Now, here's the thing about Craft Nation. And I don't know why this just popped into my head, but Craft Nation, he said in his, haters video to do what you're good at. He said, do what you're good at. And he said, if it wasn't for YouTube, he wouldn't be able to live and eat. So, Craft Nation calls himself a comedian. If you go to his website, he's boasting about the Tyra Banks Show, TMZ, CNN, and Laugh-A-Palooza, and all the other places he's been on as a comedian. And VH1. Now, if he is such a comedian, and if that is what he's good at, then why isn't he doing comedy on YouTube when he only has like only 10 or 12 videos of his stand-up on his YouTube channel? Yeah, and he's not even funny. Like, I watched one of his stand-ups, and the first thing he does is bashes the guy that introduced him. That's his comedy. Alright, everybody, I'm gonna let him get in here. This is Kevin Kraft. And he gets to the mic. I didn't know this place hired crackheads. What's up with that guy? I'm like, I hit the X. Right after that part, I hit the X. Alright, so let me get the camera back up here. So, if, he portrays himself as a comedian, yet that's not what he does on YouTube. Therefore, that's not what he's good at, and what he thinks he's good at is not what's making him money, which is why he has to exploit all these tragedies to make his money. This dude has like 3 channels, 3 or 4 of them, and on all of his channels, he does the same thing. Not one of his channels are dedicated to any of his comedic acts or his comedy. It makes no sense. And that's what I want him to answer. But he probably won't. But it probably will piss off his fanboys. Oh yeah. That's why it's going on Blip TV. Because his fan base is a bunch of flaggots. I would kick this guy, but he has Guyver in his name. I gotta give him that. The dude has Guyver in his name. But yeah, he's taking up quite a bit of space in the chat, and that's going to be the only reason why I'm kicking you, bro. Not because you're spamming, but because you're taking up so much space in the chat. Actually, where is it at? There we go. Make a new account for me, buddy boy. But yeah, Crab Nation, like, there aren't many things that piss me off, but this douchebag, he really does piss me off. Man. I mean, if you see any of his regular videos, all his views come from his videos being related to terrible events that people are looking for. That's all his views come from. The only people that watch his videos are like the 2,000 people. He has videos, he has that many subscribers across that many channels, but when he makes just a regular video that's not really about anything, you only get 2,000 freaking views. Evidently, your talent isn't getting you anywhere. which is why you have to exploit the news, the tragedies, and the death. Which is why he made not just 5 videos on the Trayvon Martin incident, but about 6 or 7 of them. He's a reply nigger. I mean, I'm just staring at this picture, and I'm just thinking, you know, that Trayvon Martin incident really did piss me off. But I ain't gotta make a video about it. But this douchebag makes 5 videos on one channel. He made money off of the death of a 17-year-old brother. He ain't no freaking reporter. Like, I can understand, you know, if your video is about racism or anything like that, and that's pertaining to the Trayvon Martin incident, but he's literally just milking out the death of this boy in this entire situation to make money. George Zimmerman killed Trayvon Martin and got away with it. Police evidence shows no blood on George Zimmerman. George Zimmerman is a free man because his blah blah blah. Trayvon Martin is getting too much blah blah blah. Trayvon Martin attacked George. Ridiculous. Kevin Kraft is a joke. From one nigga to another, you are a nigga. Oh, someone told me to make a video about my weaknesses. That's a pretty good video to make. I got a lot of weaknesses. One of my weaknesses, you guys already know, I love cute things. I can't help it. I just love cute things. Cute animals, cute kids, cute babies. I especially love babies. I'll see a baby and it just brings tears to my eyes. Like one of my friends, she was pregnant, and I felt her stomach, and I felt the baby kick my hand. I cried. Oh, I cried so hard. It was just such a beautiful thing. How such tiny little microorganism like a little sperm in an egg can multiply and create something like a child. It was just so beautiful. It just overwhelmed me. It really did. And then those darn Girl Scouts, when they asked me to buy cookies, I don't eat these. I don't. I hate Girl Scout cookies. But they're just so darn cute. I can't help but buy a box. I just can't help it. Those darn girls. I come out of Walmart and like, would you like to buy some cookies to support the Girl Scouts? I was like, fine. Kids like me a lot for some reason. I don't know why. Like some 10-year-old girl proposed to me the other day. Yeah, she straight up proposed to me. And she hugged me too. It's like, when I grow up, I want to marry you. I want to be your wife. I'm just like, I'm like, that's very sweet, honey. Thank you, but we'll never know what the future might hold. So just keep your chin up, and maybe something someday might happen. With a little hint of magic, all of your dreams will come true. Oh, man. Sorry, kid, I have a MILF. Sorry, kid, but I totally do your mom. Yeah, my girl. I just gotta say it. She has complete control over me. There's no other way to say it. She controls me. She is my #1 ultimate weakness. She can manipulate me and make me feel bad and completely destroy my day. I am not whipped. It's not whipped. It's not being whipped. It's not being whipped. That's just how she is, you know, because she means so much to me. She makes a nigga feel bad. She really does make a nigga feel bad. I don't usually feel bad about anything I do, but she'll make me feel guilty. Oh, she's so beautiful, and then, like, oh! I just can't help it. Just, she's 40, but I just cannot help it, you know. She is everything. Everything to me. I love this woman. And I'm going to marry this woman, guys. I am going to marry her. There's only one thing that can faze me. It's her. Yeah, she doesn't look 40. She is so gorgeous. So cute. That dazzling smile. Those perfect cheekbones. Those dimples. Those eyes. That beautiful Queen of the Nile skin. Oh, it's killing me being away from her. Oh, it's killing me. Yeah, you guys can come to the wedding if you want. I'll tell you guys when the wedding happens. But she can tell me to get up in the middle of the night, go get her some coffee and a pack of cigarettes, and I will get up and I'll go do it. I just will. There's no questions asked. I usually wouldn't get up and go out in freezing temperatures, but it makes her happy. Hughes from Fullmetal Alchemist. Yeah, that's why I really love that character, and I was so pissed, and I was so sad when he died. So sad, because I can relate to a character like that, who loves his woman, who has a beautiful little girl, has a wonderful family. That's what I want. Persona 4, Naruto! No! Naruto was the cutest thing ever! Oh man, I cried so hard. I was so pissed! Oh, I was so pissed! I mean, you guys have played Persona 4, or at least watched the anime, right? Awesome freaking anime. Be a man. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. That song is so awesome. I work out to that song. It just gets you so freaking pumped up. I miss my kitty cat. Oh, I miss my little Ivy so much. I used to kiss my little puppy cat on the nose. I used to hold him, and he'd be like, puppy cat, puppy cat. And he would just sit there like this and just look at me and just, just be like, are you done yet? I miss my little puppy cat. Oh, man. He was the cutest thing ever. I freaking love Persona 4. But there's like no HD. Oh, this might be it. Yeah, this is an HD one. Oh, they better not stop the Persona series. That needs to keep going. Keep freaking going. I'm 60 hours into Persona 4. Not Persona 4, Persona 3 on the PSP. I haven't even beaten it yet. I'm 60 hours in. I haven't gotten a chance to play Persona 4, but I have watched a playthrough on YouTube, and it's amazing how the Persona 4 animation. Some animes, you know, when it goes from game to anime, it gets really messed up, like Valkyria Chronicles. I hated the anime. Absolutely hated it. And I was the biggest Valkyria Chronicles fan, too. But Persona 4, the animation, did a really good job. I mean, the main character in the anime, he seems like, you know, he doesn't take the forefront. He's the main character, yet he's not. And the things that he says is a lot like the decisions you make in the game. He's there, yet he's still like just a part of the scenery, yet he's still a character. As if you're still making decisions as it goes along. It's freaking awesome. It is so freaking awesome. I love it. And it was beautifully animated as well. I hated the Valkyria Chronicles anime because, number one, nobody had their specific jobs. Largo wasn't a Lancer. Rosie wasn't a shock trooper. Everyone had the same darn gun and did the exact same thing. There weren't really any epic battles. A lot of it was just drama and episodes would go on and on and on. I hated it. I didn't even finish watching it. I couldn't even bear it. Like, especially after freaking after Isara died, and Welcome was just like, oh yeah, come in, Alicia. Yeah, what's up? And she's like, your sister died. What are you doing? I am getting back to my work, and there's a lot of things I have to do. I'm not going to let the death of my sister that, I grew up with and I love tenderly affect my job. And I'm not going to show emotion about it either. So, please leave. And then a romance between Faldio and Alicia? Are you kidding me? And Faldio had Squad 7 members? What is going on here? It's like the person that made the anime didn't even play the game. It was horrible. It needs to be redone. It seriously needs to be redone because I love the story of Valkyria Chronicles. I love the characters of Valkyria Chronicles. That is an RPG that makes me care about every single unit I put on the battlefield. Their personalities, their all their slogans, and their allergies, their weaknesses, their strengths, their potentials. All that makes each one of these characters mean something. And it makes me care. It makes me love these characters. Not just the main characters, but Ted. Ted is my nigga. I will never play that game without having Ted in Squad 7. Ted was just a G. And he was a jokester. He ran into the battlefield with a smile on his face. And the reason why Ted fights in the war is because he wants to be a comedian and spread smiles across Galia to help people recover from the bad times. Ted is a freaking G. No, I didn't let any of my characters die. Oh no. If my characters died, I restarted my game. I would load my save and I would start again. I'd go back into the battle. I will not let any of my characters die. In Valkyria Chronicles 2 on the PSP, I poured so much time into that game. It was beautiful. No, you gotta see this guy in action. You have to see Ted in action. Ted be dodging bullets. Ted be counterattacking people. Ted is a beast. And he does it with a smile. Ted will have 2 shock troopers in front of him. Shock trooper will go to attack Ted. Ted ducks. Comes back up. Here's the punchline. Headshots the guy. He does that to everybody. Ted was such a freaking beast. Ted and Jan. There was Jane and there was Jan. I think Jan was the one that was the homosexual Lancer. That dude is a beast. Jan will destroy a tank with a single shot. Usually you wouldn't get an Arnold Schwarzenegger lookalike that's a homosexual that wears makeup, but that dude can destroy some tanks. That one level where you have the bridge and you have like that really powerful tank with that I forget which Empire guy is in there. I think to do with the little beard thing. But I literally destroyed his tank in like 3 turns. And all I had to do was move Jan close enough. I just kept using Jan to shoot the tank. I haven't played Skyrim. I don't plan to either. The thing is about Skyrim is that I try to avoid games I'm going to spend a lot of time in, or games that require a lot of time. Games that are more likely going to make you play more than 100 hours because it's so good. Because I already have enough games like that right now. You guys see, all I play is Left 4 Dead 2 and Left 4 Dead. I don't play much else. It's just too much fun. Just too much fun. Me and Neo Gamespark were at Helm's Deep today, fighting hordes of zombies. Excuse me. It is allergy season for me. When I play with my friend Pingus, he always, as soon as the witch is around, he just sets it off. Just each and every time. Each and every time. As soon as we come around the corner, Pingus has, bothered the witch. Each and every time. And every time there's a tank, he automatically takes out his melee weapon. He runs straight at it and just starts hacking at it. Oh man, it's so much fun playing with those guys. Pingus has to be one of the most consistent characters I have ever played with. This dude will play the same way. He'll do the same thing each and every time, and you can count on it. If you're low and you're about to heal, Pingus will incap you. And then he immediately picks you back up. In Left 4 Dead, when he heals, he hits control, so the character is constantly like crouching and standing as they're healing themselves. Oh yeah, I play on expert. It's always pretty challenging to play with people that haven't played on expert before, because they're always, they're used to being able to take a hit from a zombie. What kind of gamer do I call myself? A gamer. I'm just a gamer. A black gamer.
Uncle,
Yeah.
I found it. It was in my room.
Oh. Thank you, big boy. Alright, night night. Make sure you brush your teeth. Make sure you brush your teeth. You and I can do anything we can. Toonami? What are you talking about? Toonami's airing this weekend? Is it really? Toonami is airing this weekend. Oh, last weekend. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it was a pretty mean joke. But you know what it does show? It shows that these people are aware how much we love Toonami, how much we hated that last, increment of Toonami, and they know that we love our Toonami. I thought these people didn't know that, but that clearly showed. Falling down to all that I've ever known. Here we are, lost and found, falling down to all that I've ever known. Sorry about that. I don't really listen to a specific kind of music. I like a wide variety. But yeah, one thing I've decided, guys, is that I can't upload my Ustreams to YouTube anymore. Instead, I'm just going to leave a video trailer, basically outlining what's in the video, and giving a link to the Ustream. Because I talk about a lot of things, in the Ustreams, and people are going to flag it down. Well, people can watch it on Ustream. Those flaggots. It's just hilarious though. How people claim that they didn't flag a video down, even though it doesn't really matter if they're not the ones in particular that did it. Your fan base could have done it. Your friends could have done it. Because the only people that would flag it down are people that are doing it for you. It's funny how videos on MVP were flagged down. Videos on Pyro 2000X were flagged down. Videos on Helsing 920 were flagged down. The commentating community is people flag each other. It's just hilarious. I'm sad. And it just really makes me wonder, because someone told me that some guy's video got flagged down, and it was a video about me. Never heard the guy, never seen the video, never even heard about the video. My fan base does not flag. And I know this because there have been hundreds of videos made about me. There have been videos where people have called me racial slurs, seriously called me racial slurs, and these videos stayed up because people know it doesn't matter, that we don't care. We laugh at your videos. We don't want it to go away. We want it to stay up forever because it makes you look bad, not me. Here's the thing about DLC, guys. People are confusing expansions and DLC. Like Gloggar 13 Vids made a newer video talking about DLC and how it makes the game longer when that is not the case. The DLC we're talking about is stuff that's on your disc, is stuff that's like one campaign, stuff that only includes one character, and only lasts like an hour to 2 hours. An expansion adds an entire new game on top of what you already have installed. Like, look at all the Warhammers. A lot of those are expansions. They add 10s to 20, 30 hours of gameplay. It's an install on top of a game. It changes the way the game runs. It changes the way the game looks. It changes the content. It adds a whole new story. It's a completely new expansion. The GTA stories, you know, I would say those are expansions, yeah. I'd say those are expansions rather than, you know, regular DLC. I mean, an expansion can be DLC, as in downloadable content. But the DLC that we are referring to on the consoles, that we are trying to, you know, fight against, is crap like that, you know, that Mass Effect DLC. That was crappy freaking DLC. And Marvel vs. Capcom, again, that is crappy DLC. Yes, they are trying to rape us for everything we're worth. Like the Call of Duty people that spend $14.99 to buy 4 to 5 map packs. Some of them actually being from previous games means the map already existed in the first place. That's bad DLC. That is such a cheat. That is one of the biggest cheats I've ever seen. And these people just gobble it up. They just gobble it up. Yeah, and EA is considered the worst company in America. It was voted by consumers as the worst company in America for 2012. And now we have all these people that are telling me I shouldn't say anything about the companies when the company I was talking about was voted the worst by the consumers in America. That reminds me more of Elite Casual Gamer failed logic. He said, and I quote, that making videos about the companies just promotes and advertises for them and gets them more sales. Which means, according to him, whether or not the video is positive or negative regarding the company and the product, it all has the same result. People are going to buy the game because of the video. So in my commentary, I said, according to you and your fantastic logic, if there's a news report about Tyson Chicken having cases of salmonella in their products, people are going to run out there and snatch all the Tyson Chicken off the shelves. I also gave another example. If a restaurant, let's say Olive Garden in Cedar Hill, if there's a report that everyone is getting food poisoning from that restaurant, people are going to flock out there and they're going to fill that restaurant. And it's commentaries like that, with that kind of failed logic, that forces my hand in taking over as head commentator on YouTube. That's what I'm doing. I'm declaring myself leader of the commentary community. And that video is going to be uploaded on YouTube too. It might piss some people off, but this is what has to be done. Speaking of Squidward, I mentioned Squidward in my commentary as well. Because I told him that He said, yeah, this is also Elite Casual Gamer, more failed freaking logic here. He said, in order to boycott, you have to rally in front of a building. Yeah. And in my video, I said, what you're defining is a protest, you idiot. A protest is when you're voicing your thoughts, your reasons, why a company is bad, and you're trying to convince other people why the company is bad and why other people should not support the company. That's why you see people protesting BP oil. That's why you see people protesting against some candidates for presidency. You see people protesting. Boycotting is when you don't do business with those people and you don't have to rally in front of a building to not buy their products. And I said in my commentary that even a child that's watched an episode of SpongeBob, the one called Squid on Strike, will know what a boycott is and know what a protest is, and they would have a better definition than you would. In that episode, when SpongeBob and Squidward went on strike, they boycotted the Krusty Krab, they went outside, they protested against the Krusty Krab, and tried to convince other people why they shouldn't go to the Krusty Krab. And by boycotting, guess who gave in, gave them their jobs, and listened to their demands? Mr. Krabs. So yes, even a child that watches SpongeBob could be more knowledgeable than the Elite Casual Gamer when it comes to boycotting and protesting, which is sad. Cartoons destroy your logic. No, I'm not going to upload that part of the episode. I think I get access to my account Saturday. I mean, it's just, those commentaries were so much fun to make because there was just so much fail. So much failed logic, so many made up statements, made up definitions. I mean, I can pretty much, you know, an episode of SpongeBob destroys your logic. That's a sad day for a commentator when a cartoon destroys your point. We're going on a strike. We're going on a strike. I still know what strike means, but we're going on a strike. Hey, Mr. Krabs, me and Squirt are going on strike. A strike? Yeah. You mean you're gonna make picket signs? Yeah. You're gonna make protest speeches? Yeah. And you're gonna demand me respect? Yeah. Logic destroyed. I need to get a sexy. I need someone with a sexy female voice. I need to create up like an Edie or something. I'm gonna make an Edie for my commentaries. Yeah, sexy female voice for that. Like logic destroyed. Edie from like Mass Effect. I wouldn't want, you know, my girl to get involved in my videos because I don't want people creaming their pants at her voice. I remember one time when I was doing a Ustream and my computer was still in the living room. She came in and like bent over like my shoulder, and everybody was like, "Boobs!" Yeah, you guys got to see those magnificent double D's of hers. Oh, it's almost Easter. You know what that means. Tidal Wave is gonna be jacking to that rabbit. Jack it to the rabbit. D cups full of justice. Ah, I hate talking about her. It just depresses me. I'm so far away from those beautiful lips of hers. Oh, I love kissing those lips. All the girls I've been through, I have never been kissed like this girl's kissed me. After kissing her, I don't know what I was doing with all those other girls. I really have no clue what I was doing. Well, I'm not a whore or anything, but there was some girls, yeah, that I did get around to kissing. Yeah. And the girl from my physics class in college. I always forget her name. This is how much this girl meant to me. Like, this girl really did not mean much to me, but she was my girlfriend. She would ask me to come over. I'm like, want to see you at school tomorrow? I really did not care about this girl. But she cared about me a lot. Let's see. Kristen. That was her name. Kristen. That was the girl that was in that video when I was like all propped up and she was talking to me, holding the camera and everything. And she was poking me. It was on my old channel, but it's gone now. Christian Weston Chandler. Poor guy. I wonder what he's up to. Is he doing time or is he back at home? Wait a minute. What? In June, Chris plans to open a charity lemonade stand to honor his father. Just let the man rest in peace. He's probably away from you, Chris. Please don't do anything to the lumberjack after his death. Yes, he's opening a lemonade stand to honor his father. 5-year-old girls open lemonade stands in order to get free Lego toys? What? Well, he does act like a 5-year-old, and he does consider himself a tom girl, so I guess it does make sense. I listened to that Bob Chandler conversation again. Not Bob Chandler, Casey's dad conversation with Chris. I always listen to that series of videos like every month. It was so good. I think the one thing I like about it is that, you know, Casey's dad manipulated Chris in revealing things about himself and to make himself lie and to make Chris, he basically made Chris destroy himself, and that's basically what I like to do. Hello, Chris. This is Casey's father. Oh, guys, I've got to tell you about this dude. Expose niggas with an AS at the end on YouTube. Sub to this guy. You have got to sub. Expose niggas. This dude is a genius. This dude is a freaking genius. That's exposed niggas with an AS at the end. He goes on PS Home, he poses as an underage girl, and he makes all these fools talk to him. Like, they approach him, they get on cam, and he's like, hello? Can you take your shirt off and then I'll take mine off? Yeah, take off your pants. And the guy is on the camera with his pants and shirt off. Where are you? and then he walks in. Hey man, ain't no pussy beater tonight. Man, what's up, nigga? What's up? What is wrong with you? A 40-year-old man trying to get into a 15-year-old girl's pants. What is wrong with you? And you see the guy's reaction on the camera. He's like, shut off. It's Expose Niggas on YouTube. Just type it in, Expose Niggas. Niggas. Expose Niggas. Simple. And that's exactly what he does. Expose niggas. This dude. And when I get my channel back, I'm uploading a video dedicated to this guy right here. I don't usually advertise people very often, but I like this guy so much, I've got to tell people about it. What do I think about white people saying the word nigger? I really don't care. People like MVP are still hurt by the word nigger. Why? Why? So many people are so sensitive when it comes to that word. It's over. Slaves are released. We pretty much have the respect of the world now. Lots of people all around the world, especially the women, love our cocks. People love black people. Our taxes love black people too. Zephyr has called MVP's daughter a loser? Well, that's really kind of uncalled for. When did he do that? Oh, he just called MVP a loser? Okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. No, the kid you saw behind me is not my son. You think I'm stupid? See, here's the thing. I have had a lot of sex. A lot. I don't talk about it much, but I have. But you know what the one thing that keeps me from making a mistake? You know what that is? my brain. I don't let my horny level cause me to make a mistake. Because, hey, there's been a lot of pussy thrown my way. Like that chick at the hotel that completely stripped naked, that Hispanic chick. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. As much as I wanted to mash on that pussy. You know what I saw? I saw the silhouette of Maury Povich. The way I see it is, if you sleep with a girl with no protection, with no plan, you are also sleeping with Maury Povich. And that's what keeps me under control. You know what makes me not make a mistake? This right here. This right here. The wallet. Do you know how much it costs to raise a child? It costs a lot of money. Especially if, you're paying child support. You're going to get screwed either way. MVP could have spent 50 cents on a condom. And he could have saved himself tens of thousands of dollars on raising a kid. And he's not even having to raise a kid. His mom is raising his kid for him. A 50-cent condom. You might as well stab yourself in the side of your freaking stomach and just bleed out. You gotta think day after pill. You gotta think birth control. You gotta think condoms. And if you have a girl like I do that has her tubes tied, you're set. But you gotta be smart about it. But even before I knew her tubes were tied, that was the first thing I asked. I said, what are we gonna do about prevention? Because I ain't gonna have no kid. Oh, it's reversible. We can still have a kid. Just have to get the tubes untied. And she actually does want to have my kid. She told me like a week or so ago that she actually wants a kid. And, that really makes me happy. It really does. It's a good thing to hear from someone that you love and from someone that loves you in return. I'm going to marry that woman, guys. And we're going to have a kid. But we're not having a kid until I'm able to support myself, her, and the child. And only when we get married. I'm not like MVP and let my horny level create a burden to myself, the person that had to bear the child, and my own mother. MVP actually did get a little mad. Let me read y'all the whole MVP thing that we went through. Yeah, I think it was on it was on Icy Rhythms video, that you only get one father in life video. Alright, he said, he was replying to somebody else. You crying? I'm all in y'all heads over YouTube. Haha, hilarious. I said, you need to get your head in the game of life. Did you file taxes for 2011? Did you claim any dependents? How many W-2s did you get? How much did you make last year? Were you claimed as a dependent by anyone? The answers to these questions indicate substandard qualities in your life. These can be easily fixed with little effort, from one brother to another. Because seriously, I hold no respect for a man that lives under his mom and lets his baby mama and his mother work full time to support his child and him. MEP ain't no man. And he said, nice paragraph. You think I'm explaining anything to a gay little nigga like you fooling yourself. That's the difference between you and me. I love the people who say things like you just did. Yeah, he laughs at people like us that talk sense. Yeah. I know what I'm doing. He says he knows what he's doing, yet he still has only a job that allows him to work 2 days a week. He doesn't pay for his own child. He gets supported by his baby mama and his own mother. He lives with his mother. He has himself, his child, and his girlfriend living under his own mother. And he says, I know what I'm doing. You worry about you, Black Pee Wee Herman. Yup, dodge everything I said. The difference between you and me? I don't have any dependents. I claimed independent. I had 5 W-2s from 2011. I reeled in over 15K in only 9 months, and no one could claim me on their taxes. I laugh at clowns who let their mommy take care of them, let their girl do all the working, and all while the lazy-ass nigga sits at home and only works 2 days a week. Black Pee Wee just bought himself a new car. Can you do that right now? You can't do nothing. Black Pee Wee Herman just bought himself a new car. And he replies, nice paragraph, you impress us all. LOL Dodge, more like I don't care. Now type up another paragraph and impress us some more. If you didn't care, then you wouldn't be deleting comments on your videos, and you wouldn't be flagging down videos that are about you. LOL, flag it ass clown. I don't flag, little guy. Keep reaching. That's why every video about MVP keeps getting flagged down, right? Keep reaching. Alright, LOL reaching. You're the one reaching for handouts. He's the one getting a handout from his girlfriend, handout from his mom, and handouts from the government. He's the one reaching here. These people make it way too easy. He said, keep going. Someday you might get to me. And I quoted him, someday you might get to me. And I said, I already have. I pay taxes. Because he's on that welfare. And that was the last of MP's replies. The thing is that it's not by being against black people, because what those black people do is what people of all races do. Like over there in that complex I used to work at, that government assistant crap hole, not every person over there was black. There was trashy white people, trashy Hispanic people, and the Asian people that lived over there were just fine. There was, I think, maybe two Asian families over there. The moms, the daughters, all of them hot. Oh man, each and every single one of them hot. But they don't associate with everything else that goes on around them, which is why, you know, they stay out of trouble. But it's usually, it wasn't like there was any Asian men there. It was always, you know, single moms. There's a lot of single moms over there, guys. A lot of them. I mean, you would have a single mom, this dumb chick, 25 years old, 4 kids, 3 baby daddies. It doesn't get much dumber than that. And some of these people, I would actually try to give advice. I would, you know, tell them things. Like, there was this girl named Coco, and that was her name, Coco. And goodness gracious, what a fitting name. Whew. Coco had it going on. Coco was fine as can be. Oh man, what a fitting name. But Coco was stupid. Coco's boyfriend was stupid. Coco was pregnant, but they lost the kids. I asked her, you know, why. I didn't ask her like why she lost the kids, but I asked her, you know, why are you getting pregnant? You guys can't even, you know, support yourselves barely. You guys are on government assistance. You guys don't even work. Your mom's paying your bills, you know. And you know what she told me? I was literally just shocked. Absolutely shocked. I was quiet for like a good 30 seconds. She told me, as if this is okay, that, oh, well, he just likes nutting in me. That's why you're getting pregnant, and that's why you're having, you know, well, she doesn't have a kid yet. He already has one, but she doesn't. But since I've been there, she was pregnant twice, but she lost the kid twice. It's not like they want a kid, it's just the fact that he likes to go raw and nut inside her. What do these people think childbirth is? What do these people think it means to raise a child? Why don't these people get it in their heads that a child is a financial and a great responsibility? As a parent, you have to nurture, love, and take care of that child. And these people don't even love themselves. So how are they going to do that to a child? And I see a lot of that. I see these people, they pop out kids just so they get an extra $4,000 on their tax return, and just so they get an extra $1,000 on their food stamps that they can sell for $500 when they don't use it all. And this is how they do it, guys. This is why there's so many single moms living over there in government assistance. This is obvious, you know, if you just walk around there, but the government doesn't do anything about it. I guess because there isn't a way that I don't think there's anything they can really do about it, except that's up to the IRS, and the IRS is not going to really audit a bunch of niggers because there's millions of them. And they're not really worried about, you know, getting $1,000, you know, $2,000 from a nigger because a nigger can't even pay the money. They're more worried about the people that have a higher, you know, tax bracket and a higher, you know, pay bracket, you know, higher class, because they actually do have money. I know people that make $100,000 a year, $150,000 a year, yet they live like lower middle class because they get taxed so much. When tax time comes, they are paying back $7,000, $14,000 just because they work. But this is how it works. Yeah, I got my car. I'll upload a video about my car later. It's a Nissan Altima 2005 luxury, fully loaded, leather seats, heating seats, sunroof, Bose sound system, 6-disc changer thingy, and it's pretty sweet. Tinted windows as well. It has 93,000 miles on it. 93 miles on a Nissan Altima. And it's got nice rims too. Pretty good color, but I'm going to get it painted black. And it was only $8,500. Yeah. What a freaking deal. I'm glad I waited until I found just the right place and just the right car. Yeah, $8,500. I looked it up on the internet. The Blue Book price for that car, used, 2005 Nissan Altima, with that many features, with that sort of load in there, is actually worth about $11,000 to $12,000. And I got it for $85,000. Unbelievable. I was shut up with facts with this Benz. Master Flex's car is garbage. Man, I don't think so. Any man that can go out and get himself a car, doesn't matter what kind of car it is, that car wouldn't be garbage to me. Because that man got that car on his own work, his own money. Something people like MVP can't do. Because MVP is not a man. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Let me get back to what I was talking about. Basically how these people work the system. And they basically, oh man, they get as much money as someone that works a full-time job at retail does a year. And they don't even have to work. All they have to do is work enough to get a W-2. If you pay any bit of taxes, you can work a month and get a W-2. But basically, the baby mama gets government assisted housing, which means she is basically living for free there. And she has kids. Most of them have 3 to 4 kids. And there's always going to be more kids on the way. Because each one of those kids is about another $4,000, $5,000 on your tax return. Plus all the free money you get every month with the food stamps. Plus you also get a regular allowance each month. So you can just buy regular things and you can go have fun. Yeah, the government gives you money for that too. But they get their boyfriend, whoever is their boyfriend at the time, or one of the baby daddies, to work a little bit. And you know what he does? He lives there for free. He moves in with her, even though he's not on the lease, which is illegal. And, you know, he works his job for a month, which guarantees him a W-2. And when the W-2 time comes, he files his taxes. And what does he do? He claims each and every one of her kids on his taxes. So when the taxes come back, he gets $15,000, $18,000, $20,000 for his tax return. When the entire year he has lived for free and eaten for free. And over the complex, you got about 4,000 people over there. 4,000 people. So imagine how much money from the government, from your taxes, is just being sucked out from just that one place. Am I from the hood? No. I think MVP is like 25 years old or something like that. That's what someone just asked me on Steam. Oh, he's the same age as me. Wow. He's got a long way to go. But let's see. No, I'm not a liberal. I'm not a conservative. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. You know, when it comes to all those labels, merely make people, you know, it makes people change their opinion. It makes them not listen to you. That's what it does. If you have something good to say, and they hear that you're a liberal, if they don't like liberals, they're not going to listen to what you have to say. I am merely myself, and I represent my own statements and my own logic. All I want to do is fix things, and that is pretty easy. Fixing these things in America is not hard, but what makes it really hard is that the entire nation is ignorant. The entire nation is basically being distracted by television. That's why things like all these reality TV shows that everyone looks forward to every week is nothing but a distraction. That's all it is. It gives people something to look forward to in their simple, dull lives. Let me vote for American Idol. It's like a part of something, when that doesn't even freaking matter. All it is a distraction. It keeps people pacified. This nation is completely ridiculous. And I'm out of here. Me and my girl, you know what we're doing? We're going to Canada. We are going to freaking Canada. And let me tell you guys right now, any place is better than the United States. I mean, we're like number 25 in the world in education and math and science. We used to be number 1. Used to be number 1 in math and science, and now we're under Holland. We're under every other major country. America is pretty much just I know some people are probably gonna call me crazy for this, but America has basically become like a harvest country, and they're harvesting the people. Now let me explain this. Places like that government assisted housing place, that place is specifically there to harvest things from those people. These people are giving things like a place to stay and food, not because they need it. They make it easy for people to get it because they want to keep those people there. It's a form of control. And every place around that place, every store that accepts food stamps is making millions. Millions. I know they're making millions off of food stamp money from the government. That's all it is. People from other countries come from other countries, from Korea, from China, from Egypt. They come over here. An Egyptian will buy out a lot across from a building and charge you to park there, and he's making money. A Korean comes over, opens a nail salon, a hair supply store in a black neighborhood. Harvesting. These people come from other countries to use and make money off of us. Every time there's a new bill in place, they try to expose something that these companies do. They try to protect the consumer just even a little bit. It always gets thrown away and flagged down. Like, for example, there was a bill to label every single genetically altered product in our stores. By law, these companies had to label their product saying that this contains genetically altered soybeans, genetically altered chickens, whatever. But guess what didn't happen? But in other countries, like in Canada and in Europe, they have those sort of labels. But those sort of things just won't happen in America, because it's the companies that make our laws, that make our bills. The Hispanics, they come from Mexico, they come up here, they open their stores. Maria's Appliances, Jose's Appliances, Juan's Appliances. And you know what they do? They hire their own. They pay each other under the table. A lot of them don't even have a business license. And they all are able to get food stamps and government assisting housing. So you got people being given money who have jobs, who have businesses, and they're making money off of us, but the government doesn't see any of that money because everything is under the table. Harvest country. America is the children of corn. We are the Lord of the Flies. We are the corn in their fields. They harvest us. And then governments, get this, in every poor neighborhood, you know one thing you'll see? Plasma centers. You will always see a plasma center in a poor neighborhood, in a poor area. They're paying people for their plasma because it's just free money. They don't mind giving away their blood. But they're basically harvesting people. These people ain't got a job, and they're already getting free benefits, but they don't mind getting $60 or $100 for their blood. And you know who that blood goes to? The people who can afford health care. Those are the people who get those things. They get first pick. The rich and those at the hospitals, they get first pick. It's basically reaping. But nobody freaking sees this. No one sees it. Nobody is thinking. That blood they give they don't get that. They don't get that. They would with Obamacare, yeah. But they don't get it. They don't see it. Only those who are top priority at the healthcare insurance places get that blood. They get top picks, top priority. Even if you do have healthcare in America, that doesn't mean you're covered. If you have a pre-existing condition, you're not going to get coverage. You just won't. My friend Josh, he has seizures. He can't get healthcare. People will always deny him healthcare because of his seizures. They don't care whether he lives or dies. They just want their money. And even if they were to give him healthcare, those healthcare insurances, they always cut you out from under you. They always cut your legs out from under you. Always. Like I told you guys before, I've nearly died because of healthcare insurance garbage. I get driven to a hospital because I can't breathe. But sorry, we can't save your son's life because your healthcare coverage won't pay for it here at this hospital. You have to go to Kaiser. America is one of the saddest countries. I don't hate this country. I don't. I hate its politics. I hate what it's become. And especially when, after all these people have gone through to build this country, all their blood and sweat and tears that went into making this country, look what it's turned into. All for freaking nothing. It just pisses me off. It pisses me off being in this country. It really does. A lot of it is the fault of the rich. Because the rich already have it in their minds that they will do whatever it takes to make more money. The poorer people are, the more money they make. I really am pissed off right now just thinking about all this. And then, you know who's in control of our news outlets? The companies. Those darn companies. We can't even trust our own media outlets. I would sooner trust a person. I would sooner trust a newspaper. Newspapers are independent. That's why they're a better news outlet than our actual media. If you actually open up your newspaper, you will see so many interesting stories that for some reason nobody's talking about. That's why you guys need to go on YouTube, look up the Propaganda Buster. This guy goes through the newspaper. This guy knows his politics. This dude is a genius. He actually lives out of here. But this country really has gone downhill. I mean, just look at the Domino's people. By giving people housing and food, you make them not want to work. Because if they work, they don't get free food and they don't get free housing. So these people become lazy and uncaring. And by giving them more money, by just popping out kids, there's no love, there's no care for these kids. These kids are only there to make the parents more money. And what happens to these kids? These kids go to school. They go to elementary school, they go to middle school. Most of them drop out of high school. So they don't have an education. They're not going to go to college. The ones that do make it to college, they're going to be stuck with so many freaking bills because of high costs. In some countries, a college education is free. But in America, they're going to charge you $1,000 a class. So with people getting stupider, with schools receiving less money, less funding, teachers getting less money, teachers are being overcrowded, schools are closing, teachers are stuck with 30, 40 kids to a classroom, all these kids haven't been taught properly how to act by their uncaring parents because all they are to the parents is just a money tool. So the teachers don't care because they're not getting paid to deal with all these freaking little ingrates. So nothing happens. That's why you see people like KMR graduating from high school not knowing how to spell the word huge, not knowing when to use he's and his, and a lot of people don't know how to put a single paragraph together. In the state of Illinois, they took out essay testing from their state exams. A lot of schools now, their only curriculum is what's going to appear on the state exams. Because with the exam results, that's when they get more money for the school. So they're not trying to teach kids a bunch of things. They're just going to go over certain things that are going to be on the state exams. And that's what they cover the entire year until the exams come. And then when the exams come, they're just going to prepare for the next exam. But when you take out the essay portion of the state exams, that means the schools in Illinois are not going to concentrate on how to build a proper essay. So when these kids go to college, and in college, you have to write an essay in every single class. Research papers, responses, you got English, math, science, every single course you could possibly think about in your colleges will require you to write an essay. And when you don't know how to write an essay, you are screwed. So you're paying money for classes, you're failing them, and you drop out of college, you don't have a job, you have to go back and live with your parents, and then you have to pay back that money to the government for the loans you took out for those classes that you failed because you don't know how to write an essay, and you don't know how to prepare for a higher level of education because you're schooled to prepare you for a higher level of education because all they do is prepare for state exams because they want money. You see how it all just... You see how this just falls apart? How much fail this is? This is how it works in America. And that's really all they do in high school, prepare you for those exams. That's really all they do. I remember my senior year, I had Mr. Sam Cuddy. He went over vocabulary. Yeah, we went over vocabulary most of the time. Vocabulary and what part of the story did such and such happen? What is this in this part of the story? That's all we did. It's a good thing that I was already talented enough on my own on how to write an essay. Because when I got to college, I literally just was like, whoa, no one told me about this. No one taught me how to do this. Good thing I freaking know how to do it anyway. And then my professor went on to submit some of my essays to contests because she liked them so much. But my high school didn't freaking teach me that. At least not that one. I would say, I'd say I learned most of my essay skills from my English teacher in the 8th grade, Mrs. Priest, I should say, Mrs. Priest, back in Moreno Valley, California, at Vista Heights, right across from Canyon Springs High School. I love that old lady. She was so kind and gentle, and she was such a great teacher. Also, Miss Dolmage, my 7th grade English teacher. She was a great one as well. And Mrs. McClellan, my 6th grade teacher. Man, I love that woman so much. She actually liked me so much, she actually made a lamp for me. Yeah. She did glass carving and actually made a lamp for me. I still have it too. It's right above my head in the attic. I don't want to use it because I want to preserve it, because that was one of the best times of my life, was being in school back out there. No, it's not creepy at all. She was my favorite teacher. She was so awesome. I had made her, I used to do a lot of ceramics and pottery. I used to work on a pottery wheel and everything. And I made her like this really nice bowl, filled with candy, wrapped it up, put a bow on it and everything. It looked freaking awesome. I had the thing glazed, everything. It was beautiful. And I had given it to her before I left the school. And the next day she came back and she gave me a lamp. I made her something and she made me something. That is a pretty good darn teacher. You know, she did. In 6th grade, I don't think I was interested in that in 6th grade. No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it hit me in 7th grade, because I did a lot of, yeah, it definitely hit me in 7th grade. Definitely. I had some really good teachers. Oh, Miss Hanspard. Oh, man. That was a good day in high school when I had Miss Hanspard in the prop room. There's just something about taking your hot teacher when her husband works at the school, too, as a security guard. Oh, yeah.
Please say a command.
Man, that was one hot woman. Your first kiss at 9 from a girl that was 12. Step your game up, son. The 5-knuckle shuffle. That's what Petty Officer Patton calls it. Speaking of Smash Brothers, I think I actually have a video of me playing Smash Brothers. Yep, here it is. Here it is. Werehog toilet. KMR's garbage never get old. No, I would never cheat on my girl. Never. I've had so much opportunity to cheat on her, but I don't, because I love her. And to betray her would make me a hypocrite, and it would destroy her. The things she's gone through and been through in the past, I don't want that to happen again. I don't. And I would never do that to her. The day I betray her, I'd probably kill myself if I would ever betray that woman. Because it would absolutely destroy her. And I couldn't live with that. I just couldn't. I really just couldn't. I just couldn't do that. I would not live with myself, knowing that I broke her heart. I just couldn't do it. I really couldn't, guys. This is the woman for me right here. I'm not going to let this go. I'm not. She is too good. And after all the crap she's put me through and all the things I had to go through to get to this point, you better believe I'm not going to mess it up. You guys might see her. She might be all pretty and you know, a beautiful laugh and funny. There's a demon in there. There's a cold-hearted demon in there. And I had to fight that demon. I grappled with the Gorgon. Okay? And she was one of my fans. She started out as one of you guys in the Ustream. One of the people that started making videos on YouTube because of me. That's just crazy. Before I met her, there was another girl I met from, that was one of my fans. Some Asian girl who was really cute. Who, I'm not going to get into any details. But basically, it was during the whole Inu Boy incident. She was actually defending Inu Boy. And she wanted to talk to me in person about the incident. And so I met her in Cedar Hill. Some little Asian girl walking up to me. I'm like, what is that? I'm about to grab you. What? And Inu Boy was completely counting on this girl in making me stop the Sonic Brain Fart series, making me take down my video on KMR, and to leave Inu Boy alone. But instead, she got the BBC. And we actually dated for a few weeks. But it never really amounted to anything, and she went back to school. Alright, here we go. Here's a video of BBC playing Smash Brothers. And the people, you know, I'm not playing seriously with these people because they're terrible. I mean, Josh told me he was good. My girl told me she was good at Smash Brothers, and they weren't at all.
3, 2, 1, go!
I am Omar. That fool literally just keeps using that rock move. Annoying. No, guys, I'm telling you, no one can freaking beat me at Smash Brothers. My own friends that we used to play all the freaking time, they wouldn't play with me unless I had a handicap. And as you win, and win, and win, your handicap goes up. I was winning all the way to the point where I had 100% handicap. Yeah. I was still winning even though I would start out a new life with 50% damage, 60% damage, 70% damage. Yeah. They would only play if I had handicap on. Items? What is this? Josh is, I think, Rob, and some Hispanic dude is Kirby. No! No Kirby, no! No Final Smash! No! I gotta get my Wii emulator back going. I hit him with the home run bat, knocked him into a star, and killed him. And I still got 4 lives, people. Like I said, I'm just playing with these guys. Just toying with them. That dude is dead and gone, and Kirby only has, what, 2 lives left? One time, I almost killed Shokio with Olimar without any Pikmin. I kept using those melee attacks. That was hilarious. Just kept spinning that circle. Olimar spin. Like, when I do things like that, I'm like, I don't need no Pikmin. I'm Olimar. I'm captain. Captain my captain. Captain my captain. I was kicking that boy. Oh yeah, sweet on. Those fools barely killed anybody. Eight freaking kills. Yeah, they got destroyed. Let me see what other matches does Josh have up here. go see my friend Brandon the other day. I haven't seen him in a few years. He was the guy that I destroyed with Pichu when he had Falco. Yeah. And he's not a bad Falco player either. The guy is, pretty decent at the game. And Falco is a pretty good character in Melee. But I beat him with Pichu. I was making fun of him that I could beat him with anybody, and he said, "No, you can't. You can't do that." He talks like that. And I'm like, "Yes, I can." He's like, "Well, prove it." I was like, "Okay." Pichu. And I killed him. I think the level we played at was that little Zelda's temple thing, Hyrule Temple. That was funny. I'll never let him live that down. And everyone knows how cheap Falco, Fox, and Sheik were in Melee. And I beat him with Pichu. That was just hilarious. Well, you probably could online because I don't like to play online. I just can't get used to it. I just can't. It lags so much online. It's absolutely horrible. I mean, when I play other games, I just don't understand how Brawl lags so much, and it's so slow. Matches last too long because it's running at like 10 frames per second. You get a frame like every 5 seconds. No fighting game lags like freaking Brawl does. None of them. I played Soul Calibur 4 online, destroying people, but it did not run anything like Brawl. And that's why I was able to play it online, because it didn't really lag. No! Yoshimitsu, tearing it up. Hello, Rach. That actually sounds better. That actually fits Halo more than Reach does. Halo Rach. I had the PS3 version. I excel in Brawl and Melee. No, I don't have Soul Calibur 5, and I do not plan on purchasing Soul Calibur 5. I was pretty pissed off about Soul Calibur 5. First of all, my Amy is gone. My sweet, succulent little lolly was gone. I destroyed people with Amy. It was just no contest. Absolutely none. Shokyo wouldn't even pick me. He wouldn't even play if I was using Amy. Yeah, I've seen Viola, and Viola is not my Amy. I destroyed people with Amy so much. That was my main girl. You had to fight your way up the ranks. First, you had to fight Astaroth. If you beat him, you might make your way to Cervantes. If you beat him, then you get to fight. I was good with the chick with the short sword and the lance. I was really good with that. People don't usually use her though, for some reason. Hilda, I think that was her name. Hild. Yeah, Hild. I was beastly with her, but nobody used her. How is she broken? Every person I mention you say is broken. I guess Cervantes is broken too, right? Astaroth is broken too, right? Who else is broken? Every character I use is broken. I made a splicer with the Lizard Man style. It was so hilarious. People would come over to play. I picked the splicer. Like, what the heck is that? Like, it's a splicer from BioShock. Like, why would you make a character like that? I was like, you'll see. And we start fighting, going, "Ooh, get the lady! Take it from me! Did you see me, Ryan? You see me?" I just kill him. People hate it when I commentate when I play a fighter. But I can't help it, because it makes it so much more fun. Plus, I warn people I'm about to do something. I always give people warnings. Always. But they always seem to still lose. Like with King Dedede, like, I always go, like, I do the Addams Family song with King Dedede in, like, a different voice. But I don't know why I do it. Like, I'll pick up a bomb and it's like, hey, 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 I'm throwing a bomb at you. And then I throw it and they still get hit by it. It doesn't make any sense. I get to taken so off guard by that I'm actually announcing it that they can't dodge it. Soul Calibur 4. Okay, Soul Calibur. I used Amy, Astaroth, Cassandra, Cervantes, Hild, Lizardman, Mitsurugi, Setsuka, Siegfried, Sophita, Talim, Tira, Yoshimitsu. I think that's all of them. That is not the whole cast. Come on. That's about half. I always use a lot of characters. I get around to using every single person in the game because I like to, use different styles, and that's why in like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I used, it doesn't matter who I had because I practiced with everybody. I would dedicate a day to roll, dedicate a day to what was that dude's name? White Samurai? Whatever that dude's name is. I used every single person in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's why some faggot gets Cable, Wolverine, and some other fool. I'll pull out some random team that I don't really need to plan for. Because it doesn't matter who I pick, I'm going to beat you. I am going to beat you. I put together the crappiest team I could possibly think of. I think it was Roll, Surbot, and a Mingo. And I destroyed this guy that had Cable, Gambit, and Wolverine. It was a sad, sad day for that guy. That's why when I made that Marvel vs. Capcom 3 rant, and people were telling me that there was only 3 to 6 actual good characters in the game, and that's what all the tournament users use. I'm like, then I guess you guys really aren't playing the game, are you? If all you're using is Magneto, Storm, and Sentinel, and Wolverine, and Gambit, what's the point? There's a wider selection. Get good with the sucker character so that you can embarrass people when you beat them with it. That's what I do. I always like using the sucker characters. Always. That's my favorite thing to do, is to get good with the sucker characters. Because it makes people look bad. You suck even more when you get beat by Dan. You do. When we used to play, what was it? Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter! People would have Ryu and Wolverine. I would pick Shuma Gorath and Dan. Pink and green. That's what I called them. The pink and green combo. And as soon as we start, Dan is taking you in the air for an air combo, slamming you down, kicking you in your face, hitting you with his little Hadouken, and then Shuma Gorath comes in and takes you to another dimension. You get destroyed. It breaks people's spirits. Pink and green, I used to love those two dudes. Ask Shokyo about pink and green. Ask Shokyo how many times he got destroyed. We used to emulate it on here. I would play using the keyboard, and Shokyo would have a controller. Ask Shokyo about the Hulk and Zangief. Ask him about that in the first Marvel vs. Capcom arcade emulator. Ask him about that. He will get pissed. He will get pissed. I destroyed him. Hulk and Zangief. He picked every combination possible to try to beat these two. I went like 16 wins in a row. Hulk and Zangief. Oh, here we go. Finally finished downloading. Yeah, GGPO? Yeah, Blackbond told me about it a long time ago.
3, 2, 1,
Well, shut your mouth. Junior. Oh, for the next Smash Brothers? Oh yeah, Crystal better be in there. Because she's perfect for a fighter. All the abilities that Fox got with the stab are abilities that she could use. It can shoot, it can propel people upwards, it's used for combat. There's no other freaking character that should be in that game from a Star Fox universe other than Crystal. Street Fighter Alpha 3, boy, I will tear you up with my Ingrid. Boy, I was beastly with Ingrid. Like, for example, me and Shoki used to play versus on Street Fighter Alpha 3 Max on the PSP. There's a mode that allows one person to have 3 characters and the other person to have only 1. I killed all 3 of Shokio's characters with Ingrid, and it was easy. Thanks for healing me. Man, these boys aren't doing too well. Final destination, no items. That's the only way to play. To me, it doesn't matter whether they have items or not, they're gonna lose. Get out my face. I still have 5 lives. And these guys are down to their last life. One's already dead. Five lives, and I just now got to 71%. Well, actually, I healed earlier because they were shooting my absorption shield. What the heck? What? What is going on? That's not the end of the video. What's this thing doing? Hey guys, Marvin here. I just want to let you know something. Michael, dragging the faggot. Michael gets mad at Team Fortress 2 and he's bad at it. Plankton. I love Plankton. The chum bucket. What the heck? It really does end at that part, which doesn't make sense. For some reason, that's all he recorded. Oh well. Anyway, I've taken over the show here, and I just want to let you guys know something about the mean Blackbuster critic. He's made up so many things about me, and actually, no. My hand is not my girlfriend. To say so is just stupid. Now, to the BBC fanboys, let me tell you one thing. Grow up. Just grow up and leave me alone. I regret talking about KMR. I regret bringing myself in front of BlackbusterCritic so he can make fun of me. Okay. It is sort of my fault. But that gives you guys no reason to come at me every time I do something. So let this be a lesson to you to leave me alone, leave other people alone on the internet, and grow up. I didn't memorize it, I just made it up just now. Grunty, grunty, industries, industries, grunty, grunty, industries. Grunty, grunty, industries, 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 industries. Oh, poor Michael. He's still on the internet having problems. He just can't escape it. He can't escape it. Poor Michael. You see the eyebrows? Oh, look at them. Poor Michael. You know Michael. You ruined my internet life. Okay, characters I want in the next Brawl. Not next Brawl, next Smash Brothers. I want Crystal. I want Roy back in there. Roy, bring him back. Roy and Marth were good clones of each other. I want Lynn from Fire Emblem. I want another Pokemon trainer. With the Meganuum and I forget the names. Totodile and no, not Ash, just a Pokemon trainer from the second generation. Team Rocket. Well, it's more like just a show, but a Team Rocket member, yeah. Not specifically the people from the show, but yeah, a member of Team Rocket. That would be awesome. That is a golden idea. Huh. Good thinking. Let's see, other characters. Take out Ike. Really, take him out. There's no reason for freaking Ike to be in there. Fix My puff mama. Good Lord, fix my baby. Fix her. She was so beastly in Melee. Oh, Ike from Golden Sun, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Ganon is slow. Why do people keep saying Ganon is slow? Ganon is beastly. I don't know why people say that, because when I use him, people say how fast he is and how unfair he is. I destroy people with Father Time. That's what I call him. I only use Ganon. This is the only way I'll use him. If we do team battle, I can't use Ganon because I have to give him his gray hair because he's Father Time. He's Father Time. He also fought in the war in Bismarck. He has Alzheimer's and he forgets things. And he's always calling for his nurse to get his bedpan changed and for other things. People are so annoyed when they play fighters with me. I'm being serious too. This is what I do with Ganon. Yeah, Bismarck. It's just a place that I know of. I just say Bismarck. He was a fighter pilot in Bismarck. And sometimes he has post-traumatic stress disorder. Like, I'll toy with somebody, let them, like, kill me twice, and then I go, they're dead. Then they're dead. It's so much fun. Oh, so much fun. No, he doesn't have the herp turp. By the way, I might be getting my job back at Blockbuster if things go well. They're hiring right now, and I know the manager that's in there right now, the store manager. And I went in there the other day, and there's these two guys in there, these really fat guys. They were working in there, and I got to talking to them, and we were exchanging, you know, woes and everything. And, you know, this is sort of awesome things that happen. I went to the Dillards, that's like pretty close by to that Blockbuster. This old guy that works there, who's head of the shoe department, he was one of my old customers. His daughter was super hot. The hottest white girl you will ever see in your life. And so I go into the Blockbuster. As soon as I walk through, the two people right there in the front of the line, my friend Jordan from high school, and the guy's daughter. That's pretty freaking awesome. My customer's daughter hooked up with my friend from high school. And then as I was talking to the employees in there, people were like, "Oh my God, you're back?" I'm like, "No, I don't work here anymore. I just got back from living in Chicago. I'll be down here for a little bit until I get some money." Like, "Well, do you work here?" I'm like, no, I don't work here. These people, I don't even know if I can work here anymore. Last time I heard, I was barred in the application system. my social security was blocked. But yeah, the guy that worked there, he told me, yeah, I pissed him off that good. Because I applied for a Blockbuster, and they said that my social security number was flagged for do not hire. I don't know if it's still like that. I don't know if it expires or whatever, but who knows? I'll try again. The store manager that's there was one that called upon my expertise many times. I went over to her store in Duncanville tons and tons of times when she didn't have enough employees to work extra shifts. So she owes me. She definitely owes me. But the inventory is so much less than what it was when I was there. I couldn't believe it. I walked in, the store felt so empty. The guys that worked there were coming from another store, and they said that their store closed, so they were put over here, and the people that were there were fired. He said they didn't find out the store was closing until they got delivery from the UPS. Everything from Blockbuster that we get comes through UPS. All the movies, all the signs and everything. One box was labeled store closing kits. So essentially, the UPS man knew the store was closing before the employees. And this happened right before Christmas. So everyone already bought things, gotten credit for gifts, thinking they had a stable job. And the store closed. That's pretty jacked up. Blackbuster video. No. No. You know what kind of attention that would attract? They would see that sign and they would assume I have a bunch of black movies. And that's not going to be the case. I will not stock anything by Vivendi, by Code Black, or Maverick, or The Asylum. Oh shoot. I lost it. Oh, Tyler Perry, Tyler Perry, Tyler Perry. He has it so easy. So